Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech and Talk. Today we're diving into the top 15 tricky interview question answer based on the world of SQL Join. In this video, we're going to explore their types, use cases and differences. So let's get started. Now let's put our knowledge to the test with these most asked top 15 SQL Join interview question answer. Whether you are preparing for the interview or just looking to sharpen your SQL skills, these questions cover the essentials of join. In this video, I am going to cover types of join and their tricky differences covering with real-time example, use cases, and I will promise after watching this video, you will become a SQL gem. Let's get started one by one. Let's move on to our first most asked interview question, why we need a join in SQL, and explain the different types of SQL joins. First of all, why we need a join? So answer here is to combine the data from multiple table. And in SQL, there are different types of join. Inner join, left join, right join, full join. Also, we have two special cases of join, self join and cross join. Each join serves a unique purpose when combining data from multiple tables. And the syntax for the join is very easy. Select columns from table 1. Whatever the join you have to use, provide that join table 2 on table 1 dot column name equal to table 2 dot column name. Here consider first circle as table A and second circle as table B. Also in terms of join, table A is your left table and table B is your right table. So what is the inner join here? It means matching record from both the table. So it means table A and table B. So what is a left join? So left join is a matching record as well as non-matching record from table A. Right join is opposite to the left and it means matching as well as non-matching record from table B. Also, what is a full join? So it means matching as well as non-matching record from table A and table B. I hope you will clear till this point, and if you are not clear, please rewatch this before moving further. So let's clear out your understanding about the joins by taking the example in SQL. So here I have created two tables, employee and department. In employee table, I am storing the employee related data. So employee ID is my primary key, employee name and salary of the employee, and here I am giving the foreign key reference of department table, department ID. So in department table, I'm storing the department ID and department name. So here department ID is my primary key and I'm giving the foreign key reference in employee table here. And manager ID is also the employee because every employee having a manager, and manager is also the employee of this organization. That is why I am giving the manager ID reference here in the employee table. To be more specific, so here I will explain you. Let's consider Bob Johnson. So Bob Johnson record here. So what is the employee ID? 3 and department ID is 2. So and here the department ID 2 means HR. So you can consider the Bob Johnson is working in HR department, and who is the manager of the Bob Johnson? Here, this is manager ID. It's a 1. 1 means here employee ID is 1. So who is the manager of Bob Johnson? Is John Doe. So same like Eva Brown. Here also, here also the department ID is 1. It means Eva Brown is working in the IT department and the manager is Alice Smith because the employee ID is 2 here. Now let's say interviewer asks you to get the matching record from both the table. So in that case you are clear now what join I have to use. So here I will use the inner join. So what will be my syntax here? Select star star from employee inner join department. Here I am creating the alias as E and here I am making it as D on E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID. Let me execute this query. See here, we're getting all the matching record from both the table. Why I am getting all this record here? Because department and department name is my right table and this is my left table, because here I am using the star. So if you want any particular field, then you can modify this accordingly. Let's say I have to get e dot employee name, employee name. Let's say I have to take a department name, d dot department name. Let me execute this query now again. Okay, maybe the spelling is wrong. Department name. Okay, see here. Now you are getting the employee is working in which department. If you look at both the table, we are having all the records are matching. Here department ID 1, 2 and 3 and all are matching here. It means you will get all the result when you are writing the inner join query. That is why here we are getting all the results. So let me manipulate some record. So what I will do, I will update the department ID as null where employee ID is 6. So what I will do here, I will update the David Black department ID as null. Let me update this. Okay, let me check now. Here you can see I have updated the department ID as a null for David Black. Now let me execute this query now. Here you can see earlier we were getting the 6 result. Now we were getting only the matching record from both the table. Now let me modify this query for left join. So I will copy paste, and here instead of inner join I will do only the left join. So see here what result I am getting now. See, I am getting the record from left table. So this is my left table and this is my right table. So here I am getting result from left, and here I am getting, so this record is not matching. So that is why here I am getting the null values. So in general, left join means we are getting the non-matching record as well as the matching record from left table. So here this is my left table, so that is why here I am getting the record from left table and this is my matching record. So here what I am getting here, matching record as well as non-matching record from left table. What I will do here, I will copy paste the same query and I will paste it here, and instead of left I will do it for right. Okay, let me execute this query now. See here, we are getting the record from the right table as well as the matching record from both the tables. So these are my matching record and these are the record from the right table. Okay, now I will show you the difference. So I am executing the both the queries. So first query is for left join. So here now you can see the difference, what difference I am getting here. So here what I get here, I got all the records from the left table as well as the record from the match as well as the matching record. Here what I am getting, all the record from the right table as well as the matching record, and other records are null. Here you can see the left table other records are null. In this case I am getting the other records as a null. Let's move on to our second important question. What and when to use a self join? Provide a real-time example. So, what is a self join first? So, table is joined with itself. So, if you are considering the table A, then it's join on the same table. And when to use? So, when you are having a table that contain a hierarchical data. So, in that case, you can use the self join. Also when you need to compare the rows within the same table, that time also you can use the self join. So I will explain you with the better example. In this example we are going to see the different variation of self join, and here you can consider this is your organization data where we're storing the employee ID and their manager ID. It means who is the manager of this employee. Before jump into the self join example, I will explain you the employee hierarchy. So here in the employee table, here you can see the employee name and their manager IDs. So here John Doe manager is null. It means John Doe is a parent, and Alex Smith manager ID is 1. It means Alex Smith manager ID is 1 here. So employee ID. So Alex Smith manager is John Doe. Bob Johnson manager ID is also 1. So it means Bob Johnson manager is also John Doe. Eva Brown manager is 2, and here the LS Smith is a manager of the Eva Brown. Charlie White, for Charlie White the manager ID is 3, and Bob Johnson, here Charlie White manager is Bob Johnson because the employee ID is 3 here. So here in the employee table I am storing the employee ID and the manager ID, but if you can notice both are same. Why I am storing the manager ID here in the employee table in the same table? Because manager is also the employee of the organization. Now we will see the all the variation of the cell join. So I will start with the inner join variation. So what will be the query here for cell join? Select star from employee. Here you will have to join inner join on employee again on. Here let's I am declaring the alias as E, and here I am giving the alias as EMP. Now what I have to join here on E dot employee ID equal to EMP dot manager ID, and here I am giving the star, so we will get all the record. Now let me modify. Let's say you have to get all the employee and their manager name. So this type of hierarchy. So what I will do here, I will give the EMP dot employee name, and here E dot employee name, and I will again create a alias here. So I'm giving it as a manager name. So now let me execute this query. See here, we're getting employee name and who is the manager of this employee. So if you can see here in the both the queries, let me execute both the queries. Here you can see Bob Johnson manager ID. Here the manager ID is 1. It means Bob Johnson manager is John Doe. So same result here we are getting for all the So let me copy this query, and what I will do for the other variation, instead of inner I will give the left join. Here let me execute this query now. So here you can see again we are getting the same result, but here this time we are getting the null values. So you can modify your queries as per your need. And the other variation here, again I'm copying this query, and this time I will update with the right. See here. Here also I'm getting the same result. Bob Johnson manager is John Doe. So what we have done till this point, we are joining on the same table. So here also you can see we are joining on the employee, and here also we are joining on the same table. It means we are using the self join, and what we have seen the three different variation of the self join by using the inner join, left join, and the right join. So instead of using these three approach by using the inner join, left join, and right join, we have one more approach, and which is a very modern approach for writing the self join queries. So what is the syntax for it? Select star from employee, again comma, again I will give the same table, and here I will make a alias as E, and for second employee I am making the alias as EMP. So if you can notice here, I'm using the same table but making the two different alias. And instead of using on, I'm using here the where. So and
I will copy paste this, and here instead of star I will copy paste the same. So this is here we are using the cell join approach. Here you can see the employee name Bob Johnson and their manager name. Here is I'll have to give the manager name. So see here again we are getting the Bob Johnson manager is John Doe. Now what I will do, I will copy this query and I will paste it here. Now I will execute both the queries. See here in both the approach we are getting the same result. So this is the modern query to write the self join syntax. So if you can use the any query to give the example in the interviews, but interviewer may ask you and might confuse you regarding this syntax. So keep this in mind.
Let's move on to next important question. Explain the cross join and provide the real-time example. So guys, cross join is used when you want to combine every row from first table with every row from the second table. And if interviewer asks you when to use a cross join, then you can tell them when you have to generate all possible combination of data. That time we can use the cross join. Also, it can be used when you are testing or for debugging purpose need a large data set. So that time cross join can help you to create a data with all possible combination, and this data you can use to cover your all possible test scenarios. And in some cases, especially in mathematics, a cross join might be used to perform a matrix operation for calculation purpose.
Here I will use the employee table and department table. So in employee table I am having a 6 record and in department table I am having a 3 record. So when I write a query of the cross join, that time how many record I will get? Here 6 into 3, 18 record, because cross join is all possible pair between the both the table. So here 6 into 3. Now let me write the query for the cross join. Select star from employee cross join on which table? Department. Yeah, let me execute this query now. Here you can see we're getting the 18 record, and here we're having a 3 department. So let me run this query again. Here you can see department ID is 1. So 1 is coming 3 times. Here also department ID is 1 for John Doe. Here also you can see for John Doe only it is coming 3 times. And for department ID 2 you can see here 2 is coming for Bob Johnson, and here also you can see. And for 3 David Black also it is coming 3 times. So every record is coming 3 times. So it means we are covering all the possible pair between both the table.
Let's move on to our next question. Explain the term Cartesian product in the context of join. So guys, always remember when interviewer is asking such type of question regarding the Cartesian product, that time always it is referring to the cross join. So Cartesian product is nothing but a cross join. It refers to the result of cross join operation. And Cartesian product is the combination of all rows from one table with all the rows from another table, and it creating every possible pair of rows between the two tables. So guys, always remember Cartesian product is nothing but the cross join only. Let's move on to the next question. What is full join? So full join is a combination of left and right join. Full join returns all the rows when there is a match in either the left or the right table. If there is no match, then it will return the null values. And when to use it? When you want to retrieve all the rows from both the table, that time we can use the full join.
Now I will show you the practical implementation of the full join. So we are having a employee and department table, and in employee table I am giving the foreign key reference of the department table. So here the department ID is a primary key and here the department ID is a foreign key, and everything is matching here. So let me write the query for full join now. Select star from employee full join department on, here I am giving the alias E, and for department I am giving D. So E dot, here what I have to use, department ID. E dot department ID, and here D dot department ID. Let me execute this query now. So see here, these are the left join table. So we are getting the result from the left join, and this is the result from the right join. So full join is nothing but the combination of left join as well as the right join. Now what I will do, let's say, for David Black, I'm not aware David Black is working in which department. So what I will do, I will make this department ID as null intentionally. So let me update this query. Okay. Now let me run this query again. So see here, now we're getting the 7 result. So here from the left table we're getting the null values, and here from right table we're getting the actual values. So what is happening here, when we are using the full join, that time we are joining it on department ID. So these records are present in both the tables 1 2, and this is null. So when you are joining on the non-matching record, then still full join will able to get that result, because full join is combination of left join and right join, and in both this left join we are getting the matching as well as non-matching record. So here for that purpose only we are getting the non-matching record, and here we are getting the null values. Now till this point we have covered what is cross join, what is full join, and when to use full join, when to use a cross join. But now you will think, what is the difference between full join and cross join? So here the first main difference here is the purpose of both the joins is different. In case of full join, the purpose is when we have to retrieve all the rows, and it should match. So one column should match between both the tables. So when we have see that example of employee and department table, so that department ID is matching between both the table. So in that case, we can apply the full join. And in cross join, it combine every row from first table with every row from the second table. And the uses of full join is typically used when you want to retrieve all the rows from both the table, including those without matches. So also we have seen that null records are coming in case of full join. So that is what, because including those without a matches, that record is coming without a matches. And cross join uses is, it used when you want to generate all possible combination of rows between two tables without specifying a matching condition. If you have seen, in case of cross join, we are not giving any matching condition, particular join matching. So here the syntax is, you can see here, select star from table A, full join table B on, here on condition we are giving the matching condition, but in case of cross join that matching condition is missing, so we are not giving any matching condition in case of cross join. Now I have one more table, job title. So let me execute the select star from employee, select star from job title. So here, if you can see both the table, here employee ID, here the department ID, and here the job ID is the primary key, and these are the job titles. But if you can see in employee table that job ID is missing. So job ID, so there is no direct relationship between employee table and the job title. Now let me write the cross join query. Select star from employee cross join on job title. Here I will give the job title. Let me execute this query. Here we are having a 6 record, and in job title we are having a 3 record. So what, how many rows we will get in the output 6 into 3, 18. Let me execute. See here, we are getting the 18 result. 18 result. It means we don't have any matching record from employee and job title. Still, we are able to write the query for the cross join. Now, let me try to write the query for full join. So, you cannot write the query for full join because we don't have any matching. So, if you have to write the job, if you have to write the full join query, then that job ID should be present in the employee table. But we don't have that reference for the job ID. So you cannot write the query for the full join. So try to understand here. You can write the query for cross join if you don't have the matching column in both the table. But in case of full join, you should always have one matching column in both the table. So in that case only you can use the full join. So that is the main difference between the cross join and the full join.
Let's move on to next very important question for fresher as well as the experienced candidate. What is the difference between join and union? So let's talk about first join. The purpose of join is to retrieve the data by combining the rows from two or more tables based on the related column. It means when using the join, you need a common column with matching value to establish the relationship between the table. Now let's shift our focus to union. Here is an interesting point is union does not require matching column between the select statement. Point number two, again remember for join we need a specified join condition so it combines rows from multiple table. But in case of union it combines distinct rows from two select statement. Third point here is about join. It does not handle the duplicate. If there are multiple matching rows, all of them will be included in the result set. But here interestingly, in case of union, duplicate it will be removed from the result set. Point 4 is related to the commonality of columns. In join, column involved in the join condition must be present in both the table. And in case of union, it required that select statement have the same number of column with a compatible data types. Point 5 is more about the actual usage scenarios. In practical terms, join is used when you want to retrieve related data from multiple tables. But in case of union, practically union is used when you want to combine distinct rows from the different select statement. And the syntax you can see here, in case of join, we are using the on condition for the specified join condition. And in case of union, we are giving the two different select statement and combining that result with a union.
See guys, I am having these three tables: employee, department and job title. So till that point, we have covered the join and their various types of join. So I'm not wasting the time to cover the join again. But only remember here, when we are using the join, that time we are giving this condition. So it means we are giving the department ID, E dot department ID, D dot department ID. It means that column should be present in both the table. Correct? But in case of union, let me write the syntax for union. Let's say I have to use the union over employee table as well as department table. Then I will use the union here and I will again copy paste this same query. Now instead of star, what is common here in employee and department, we are having a department ID, correct? So what I will do, instead of giving in the on condition, here only I will give the department ID, and this is common in both the table. Let me execute this query now. Okay, so when I'm executing, so what I get here, I got a distinct result from both the table. So if you can look in this data, so this is my department ID. So I got a distinct department 1, 2, null and 3. So from both the table, I got a distinct result. It means it removes the duplicated record. But in case of join, we're getting the duplicated record also. If you can see here in the join, we're getting the duplicated record for the department ID. See here, 1 is 2 time, here 2 is 2 time. It means In case of join, duplicated record is not removed, but in case of union, duplicated record is removed. Now let me give you the second example for join. So see here, if I am giving the star condition instead of department ID, then what it will do? So it will not work. I will give you the I will explain you the with example. Okay, see here. When I am giving this star, so it will not work because if you can look at this both this table, so here how many number of columns are there? 5, and here only 2. It means that count is not matching of the number of columns. So that is also the difference. But in case of join, we are not checking this count of this column. Now let me give you the another example. Here we are having a department and job title. So here both the tables having only the column count is 2. So both the tables having a 2 columns. I will copy this both the select statement and I will use the union over that. Okay, let me execute this query. See here where we can able to use the union because here the column count in both the table is matching. So in department also 2 columns are there, in job title also 2 columns are present. So whenever we are having a same count, that time we can use the union. But here you can notice we are getting all the department, all this data we are getting from both the table, but the name is getting as department ID and department name. So it is taking a first table columns. So if you can see here in the department, it is taking department ID and department name from the department table. And here also, let me execute this query again. Okay, let me execute both this query together. Okay, I will execute this. See, this is my department, this is my job title, and third third is my union query. So here you can see IT, HR and finance, IT, HR and finance. And also we are getting manager, engineer, sales representative, manager, engineer and sales representative. It means we are getting all this record from both the table, but only the department ID, it is taking the name from the first column. Let me reverse this query now. What I will do, I will paste it here, and instead of department I will give the job title first and department second. Okay, let me execute this query again. Sorry, job title first and department second. Yeah, this query. Okay, now you can see here job ID and job title. It is taking the column name from first table, but we are getting all the result from both the table. So now you understood what is the difference between union and the join, and when to use the join and when to use the union.
Let's move on to the next interview question. How to get non-matching record from left table. And guys, this is also very most asked interview question, and this is very important from the interview perspective. So when we have take an example of left join, so that time what result we are getting the matching record and the as well as the non-matching record from the left table. But here the trick is the what interviewer is asking you to get the non-matching record from the left table only. So try to understand the difference between left join and here what interviewer is asking you. So now let's see it practically. Here we're having a employee and department table. So in department table, department ID is your primary key, and here in employee, department ID is your foreign key. So we have a relationship here between this table. So what will be my join here? And here you can see the department IDs are matching, but this null record is not matching. And this is your left table. When you are going to join, so this will be your non-matching record from the left table. And these are matching, so it will get eliminated from the uh, response. So now let me write the left join query first.
on, I will create a alias here E, and again here D, and on E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID. So here if I'm executing this left join query, so here guys we're getting all the record from the left table. This is my left table and this is my right table. So here what interview is asking you to skip that matching record. So what I will do, I will simply put where condition with E dot department ID is null. Let me execute this query now. See guys, we're getting only one result and which is non-matching from the left table. This question is much similar to the previous one. And here, if you can see on the right side, the right join, in when we are writing the right join, that time we are getting the matching record from both the table as well as the non-matching record from right table. But here also that interviewer is asking you to get the only right table record. And here we have to skip the matching record. So try to understand the difference here also. So let's try it together. So we have employee and department table. So here guys, if you can see, this is my right table, and in this case we are going to use the right table, right join actually. So and everything is matching department ID, and here also that department ID everything is matching, but this null is means it is from left table, so this record will not come. So here everything is matching, then you will get a null result. So let me write the query again for right join. Select star from employee right join on, sorry, here I am making a lies, and right join department D on E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID. And here what I will give, because we want a record from right table, so what I will give here, where from right table, which is my right table, so I am giving the right table now. D dot department ID is null. Let me execute this query now. See here, because we don't have any non-matching record from the right table. So before that guys, I have done some modification in this table because I have removed the primary key for this department ID, because we have to store the null record. So that's why actually I have done modification by removing the primary key. Let me manipulate some record. So what I will do here, I will make this department ID as a null for a finance department. So let me write the update query, update department set department ID equal to null, where you can give the department ID again, department ID equal to 3. Okay, let me execute. Okay, let me see the department table now. Yeah, this one. Okay, see here, the record is updated now with the null value. Now let me execute this query again. See guys, here we're getting the desired result now, because this is a non-matching record from the right table. Let's move on to the next question. How to get non-matching record from left and right table. So here, when we have seen the full join, that time we are getting the all the result from left and right table, and as well as we are getting the matching record. But here, what interviewer is asking you to get the all the record and but skip the matching record from that both the table. So here, what you want ultimately, guys? So it will be the combination of this query, left join query, and this query. So let me execute both the queries together. So this is taking, so first query is taking from non-matching record from left table, and this is non-matching record from right table. So this is my right table here. So now here I have to use the full join. So let me write the query again. Select star. I will copy this, and instead of write what I will write here, full join. Okay, let me execute this query first. Okay, I forgot to give the on condition. Let me add this. Let me execute this full join query. So here you can see, guys, we are getting all the record from left and right table, as well as we are getting the matching record. See here, these department ID is matching exactly from the right table. So now we have to skip this matching record. So what will be the output here? So this will be my end result. So what I will give here, where E dot department ID is null and D dot department ID is null, because we have to skip the record from both the table, matching record from both the table. Let me execute this query now. See, guys, we are getting the desired result now. So these three question interviewer is asking you for the tricky reason. So he will check how you are confident with these joins. So he might confuse you that time. So try to remember these things. Now let's move on to one more tricky interview question. Difference between the join and inner join. Now let me write the inner join query. So what I will do, I will copy paste this same query and just I will replace full with inner. So inner join means it's a matching record from both the table, right? Okay. So these are my matching record from both the table. So here you can see. So here you can see these are the department IDs are matching here also. Okay. So this result we are getting for the inner join query. Now what interviewer is asking you, what will happen if I am skipping this inner keyword? Now let me execute this query. See here, we are getting the 5 count. So what I will do, I will copy paste here the same query with join, and let me execute this both the queries together now. So first query, see, guys, we are getting the exact same difference when we are giving with a join and inner. So both are same. So when you are not giving the inner keyword in the join, so that time it is taken by default inner. So try to remember these things. So because interviewer is asking you this question to confuse you, so don't be confused. Let's move on to the next question, difference between inner join and outer join. So whenever interviewer is asking you such question, so this is again a confusing for you. So don't get confused, I will show you the practically. So guys, this is our inner join query, and we have seen we can give the inner join here. But interview is asking you to outer join. So what will happen if I'm giving the replacing this inner keyword with outer? So it will not work, because there is no direct, we cannot directly give the outer join. So outer join always comes with left, right and full join. So I will explain you in the next question. So again, we have a three different question, and these are much similar. Difference between left join and left outer join. Difference between right join and the right outer join. Difference between full join and full outer join. So let's see it together. So guys, I will just use this query, and what I will give the left join here. So we have seen the left join here. Okay. Now what I will do, I will copy paste the same query, and this time I'm giving the left outer, left outer. So see the difference here. Here I am giving the left join, and here I am giving the left outer join. So what will be the result? See here. So in both the cases, we are getting the same result. If you can see the result. So here also this is left join result, and this is a left outer join result. So both the cases, this is same. So it means left join is similar to the left outer join. So there is no difference between left join and left outer join. Let's see it for right join. Here I will give the right and here also I will give the right. So now let me execute this query, both the query. See guys, here also we are getting the same result for right join and right outer join. See here, there is no difference. It means right join is also similar to the right outer join. So there is no difference again. And now let me try for full join. Here I will update with full. Let me execute both the queries again. See guys, again we are getting the same result. So it means guys, interviewer will ask you this question to confuse you again. So whenever you are giving the left, right and full join, so that time it's similar to the left outer join, right outer join and full outer join. So don't get confused again.
Thank you for joining us today and thank you for watching this complete top 15 interview question. And guys, if you feel this question is really helpful for the interview preparation, then please do subscribe, like and comment. And apart from that also, if you are having any query, concern, then drop me a comment so I will try to make another video for it. But your feedback is much appreciated and please do subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe guys.